Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. Well, today we're going to be making the best keto rolls, gluten-free, that you could possibly imagine. This recipe comes to you from Keto Focus, and I'll have a link for this recipe below the video. Now, I made this a couple of times before, and I wanted to make it again. So what we got going on here is let's go over the recipe first. This particular recipe makes 12 rolls. It all depends on how big you make your rolls, and calls for 3 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 eggs, 2¼ cups of almond flour, 1/4 of a cup of buttermilk or plain yogurt. Now, we don't have either one, but we have a little bit of sour cream left, so we're going to use the rest of that to get rid of it. And then you'll need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So what we got going on down here on my table, we have the cream cheese and the mozzarella cheese are pre-weighed. We're going to go melt that in the microwave at 60-second intervals until that we can work with it. And then we have our 2 eggs already cracked and ready to go at room temperature. And then we have our baking soda, our salt, and our baking powder in our little measuring cup already good to go. And then we have our almond flour and coconut flour already pre-weighed, that's good to go. And when we get the rolls all done and rolled up, we'll wet our hands with a little bit of olive oil so that it doesn't stick to our hands. And then once we roll them all out, we'll coat them all with some little bit of melted butter. And I'm going to put some sesame seeds on the top. And I think 1 or 2 of them I might put some everything all seasoned bageling on top, and that should be really good. Now, it's recommended that you preheat your oven to 400, which we have it already set at 400 right now. And I believe these bake off. Let's see, go down and read the directions. I'm on YouTube right now. Okay, yeah, exactly. These bake at 400 degrees at 13 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven time. And she used to have a sheeting pan with parchment paper, but we're going to go one better. So we're going to go one better. We're going to use a sheeting pan with a silicone placemat, and it's really easy to come off, and then I don't have to deal with the parchment paper. And now you can get the silicone mat almost anywhere, but I got mine off of Amazon, and I got a set of 2 of them, and it works out pretty good. Without further ado, why don't we go ahead and just do the whole process, and we'll put everything into this food processor in the back over here, and then we'll go move it into the kitchen, and I'll show you how that's all blending and working together. And then we'll put all the mixture into a probably a bigger bowl than this, because I'll probably have to get my other bowl. And once it's fully incorporated, then we'll start making our rolls. Now this is a really great food processor. I got this through the KitchenAid family at the Kohl's website. And the only thing is I put a little scratch on that the other day when I was washing it in the sink, but it's fine. But as long as it's not cracked or anything like that, otherwise I have to get another one of these containers. Might want to think about getting some extra parts for this just in case, because I'm pretty rough at the gadgets that I buy. But anyways, enough said of all that. Oh, the most important thing, you forgot. You forgot already. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It does help other people know when I post videos. And oh yeah, by the way, when this is all completely done, we'll pop one of those babies open and we'll talk about it and give it my taste test. And so, anyways, without further ado, we should go right into the video. Hi guys, and good morning. Welcome back to the channel and my Facebook page, Ron's, well actually, eventually Ron's Keto Cafe when it gets this edited. Well, today is Monday, it is February 20th. Can you believe we're almost at the end of the month today? And I just wanted to show you what I made today. I made the best keto rolls. Totally gluten-free and fluffy and very, very delicious. This recipe comes to you from Keto Focus, and what this recipe called for was 3 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, 2 eggs at room temperature, 2 1/4 cup of almond flour, 1/4 of a cup of coconut flour, 1/4 of a cup of buttermilk or plain low-carb yogurt. Now, I didn't have either one, so what I ended up using sour cream, and then I put 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So if you're just watching me for the first time, I already had a little bit of a bite out of one. So what I put everything into the food processor, and you should have your oven preheated to 400. And I used a silicone mat on top of my sheeting pan. And once I got it all mixed in a food processor, I used the ice cream scooper and then popped them all onto my tray. And then I rolled them into a little bit of a ball, and I wet my hands with a little bit of olive oil. And then I pressed on each one to make these. I'm going to show you the photograph in a minute in the video. And then what I did was at that point, I ended up taking some butter, melted butter. I coated the top really well with some butter, and then I left 2 plain, and I put 3 with everything all seasoned bagel in, and everything all with the sesame seeds. So now I'm just going to flip the camera around. So these are the rolls they were rolls, and then I pressed them down with the palm of my hand, and then they baked off in the oven for, the recipe said 13 to 18 minutes. Mine were done after 10. But this is the one I just had with sesame seeds. Really, really good. I made 2 with plain, and I made 3 with everything all seasoned bagel in, and I made 3 with sesame seeds. On the sesame seed one, that's what the backside of it looks like. And that's the texture. They feel like bread. And if you want them smaller, you can make them smaller, and these are perfect dinner rolls. And, okay, we'll do this one. This is the everything else seasoned bagel in. Look at that. So what I'll do with all these, I'll have another one later, and the rest of them I'm going to put in a Ziploc bag for later in the week. But look at that, guys, huh? Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And that's the back side. If you're not a subscribed member on my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get my count up to 1,000. Once it reaches 1,000, YouTube starts paying me. And I have like 467 subscribers now. Since I changed my name to Ron's Keto Cafe, I've been picking up more and more subscribers every day. I did a live last night with Tom and Mike. Mike lives in Atlanta and Tom lives in Vegas, and that's going to be on the channel on Wednesday. And I'm planning on doing more and more lives, but from the YouTube side of it, and maybe I'll do a Facebook Live every now and then if I got a good connection in the house. But look at that. That's really great. So these come in at about 2 net carbs each. I'm obviously not going to eat all these in one sitting. I probably could with no problem. Look at that. So good. Probably instead of doing rolls, what you could do is you could take about basically what I did in this particular roll, and you could roll it into a log about that big, maybe about 7-inch log, and ring it around and tie it together with your fingers. and make bagels out of them. And I've done that before too, but this is absolutely one of the best recipes that I've ever come up with. And again, this is the one that everything all season bagel. This is the plain. And this is the one with the sesame seeds. And you see the nice and golden brown on the bottom of my bun there. When you can cut those in half and make a nice sandwich out of them, or put some peanut butter on them, or such a plain. I live in an apartment. You can't get away from the apartment noise or from the outside noise living over here on the West Street side from Clinton Street and Adams Street. But yeah, it's going good. I'm going to be starting a new job on Thursday. I had my orientation last week, and he was really impressed with me and everything. And you know, I didn't want to go back to the Lancaster Street, Hannaford for I don't know. I just felt uncomfortable after I left last time I left, and I wanted to start out fresh somewhere else. And the biggest reason too was because they didn't have all the product on the store every time I kept picking orders. So, and the biggest store over there, they do sell alcohol and stuff like that. The aisles are plenty big for me to get by. They don't jam in their product like they did at the other small Hannafords because they were a small store. And that'll be a big plus. And I don't need the cane anymore, and that's even a bigger plus. So, yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And so I work Thursday and Friday, 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, Thursday and Saturday, actually. And we got a couple of appointments coming up this week with doctor appointments again. And yeah, so let me know if you want to make these. I'm going to have all the information on my YouTube channel with the directions and the direct link where to get this recipe from. And I made this 2 times before. This is the first time I made it, putting sesame seeds and everything, all bacon seasoning, and I had a couple of plain. But these are absolutely fantastic, guys. The mozzarella cheese, I got it the store-bought brand. I got a big package of it. I used 3 cups of it. And when you put it in your bowl with your cream cheese, you put it in the microwave oven for 1 minute at a whack until it gets really softened so you can work with it. And again, if you haven't got a food processor, you can use a handheld mixer or you can use a blender, and either method works fine. But I'm in my heaven. So since we got some inclement weather coming in this week, I'm probably going to go off for an afternoon walk somewhere. So if you're in the area and you want to go walking with me, give me a shout. I'll probably go walking. I'm thinking about maybe around noontime or something like that, at 12. Maybe 1. I don't know. I know the Bruins are playing this afternoon at 1 o'clock and the Boston Garden, but I don't know. I just like walking because I enjoy the fresh air. But let me know what you guys think of this. Give me a comment below the video. And again, that's the one with the everything all season bagel. And these taste wicked good. Look at that. Do a comparison. This one is the sesame seeds, and this one's sesame seed, and this one over here is the everything all season bagel seasoning. But I'm going to get these plated so I can take a couple of photo ops for the thumbnail. And I'm going to put these in a Ziploc bag and freeze some of them. And then I'll have a couple later on today. But anyways, enjoy your day. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe. Ron's Keto Cafe. And I post daily inspirational videos. I already got my 131-week updated on my YouTube channel going. I'm putting about 3 or 4 videos up every day. And I also am doing live videos now. So at some point, this video will be a live video instead of just coming in and talking about it when it's all done. So if you guys want to follow along, you can just go on my YouTube channel and just have all your ingredients ready, and you can follow along together and talk anything you want to talk about. But anyways, have a great day, guys. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You forgot already.